Hello, hello. Looks like I'm live. Yay! So if this is your first time tuning in, then I'm Kelly. I'm with Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, and I am one half of the two-person team, plus several cats on my end. That is the owner of Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, and my business partner is Tina. This is Marshmallow. He's my little partner in crime right now. He really likes it when I do these live videos because I sit still and he can have my lap. So he's my lap kitty. He's always after my lap. If you've been tuning in for any length of time, you'll also know about Charlie, who is the outside kitty. He has a job in the barn. He is my resident mouser, and that is his job. But he likes to come up to the house and hang out and get scratches and sit on your lap when you're on the porch or the deck. So we have two kitties here. You may also occasionally hear Abby in the background. Abby is the dog. So Marshmallow, I don't have time for you today, little one. Anyway, I do these live videos twice a week. This week we are going to be looking at the Clover Mini Loom, which I have right here. I actually had to get it all the way out of the package, and I worked it up just to test it to make sure that it worked. And that was the photo that you saw on Facebook or Instagram if you happen to wander over there. But today we're going to be working with worsted weight yarns because the thing is, this adorable loom actually works a lot better with worsted weight yarns. I had fingering weight on top in my scrap box, so that's what I grabbed, but worsted weight is much better. All right, so some reminders. This is the last month for our year of self-care, so make sure that you're taking your photos and tagging us, BSFE, or hashtag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, so you can enter the monthly contest. We do have a monthly contest, so we have been doing that all year long, where you can just enter because you are doing something crafty. It doesn't even have to be knitting or crochet or weaving. It could be tatting or embroidery or quilting or sewing or whatever crafty kind of thing that you're doing that's needlecraft. That was really all that mattered. And Marshmallow, boy, he is very insistent again today. He's like, you're sitting over here and I want your lap. Anyway, so don't forget about the year of self-care going on. And in addition to that, we do have a blanket along starting next January with the Pearly Shell Pirates. We have a Facebook group there. There's more information at blacksheepfiberemporium.com if you're looking for a little more info. I will keep posting more to our Facebook and Instagram page, as well as talking about it on my live videos, which, remember, I also post to our YouTube channel. So you can follow us at our YouTube channel. Make sure that you have subscribed and or followed and or liked us on all of the social media platforms so that you always know what's going on. A couple more fun things. So if you don't know about it, Tina has been doing the Advent calendar with the super cute little Advent kit that we got in from Japan. And she's been posting these on her YouTube videos, as well as still photos on Facebook and I think Instagram as well, but super, super cute. So you should check out her videos. And then I am also very excited because in the box from Japan was the latest book by Sumi. And look at all of these adorable, adorable little tatted ornaments. That's how I think of them. They look like tatted ornaments, right? So I wanted to show you guys the book really quick because I do have 3 copies. I only ordered a few, just a very, very few copies of the book. But if you're interested, we have them available. I can get them shipped out, and they should still make it before Christmas. You know, if you need to give yourself a little something, something, or you have a really good tatting friend. Brand new book by Sumi. And they haven't been publishing as many books because, you know, we've had other things going on. But this one just came out. Super excited about it. So I wanted to share that with you too. All right, so now that we have all of that stuff out of the way, let's get into our Clover Mini Loom. So let's take a look at this. I do, of course, have my coffee with me today because I am still, if you can't hear it, a little bit sick, just a little bit. As it so happens, whatever Ina gave me is pervasive and it sticks around a very long time. So I will do my best to power through again today, but I have my coffee with me to help me out. And Angelus, it is always nice to see you on the Facebook Lives. So hi. All right. So bear with me while I pop this into And my other arm. Takes so many arms now. So many arms in order to do these lives properly. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the little Clover Mini Loom. It is essentially a pin loom. It's basically the same idea as a pin loom or a very tiny rigid heddle, but it doesn't have a heddle. We do use a pickup stick in order to open the shed. The kit comes with everything that you'd need except the yarn, of course. And it's all packaged, of course, very tidily, just like all of our little Japanese kits are. So, let me get this out. It's really easy to put together, even with the instructions written in Japanese. And see, I really did put it all back together for you so you could have like the full experience of opening it. So this is our base. And one of the things that I had issues with was I thought that I had to clip the two little yarn peg holders to the sides, but no, you clip them to the ends, not the sides with holes. And it does tell you everything that should come in your kit, and mine did come complete. So here's everything that comes in your little kit. You have a little beater comb. So this is for beating your weft down in. I'll show you that in a little bit. These are our little pegs. And it's really easy to install these. See how simple that is? I mean, really easy. Really easy. They clip right in. And your loom is all set up and ready to go. Like, that was all the setup that it took. Right there. That's it. This is your pickup stick. This is your little shuttle. And then this is, you can use this when you get closer to the end of your weaving, because it can get a little bit difficult to open the shed, so sometimes it's easier just to weave a long needle through. You can also use this for putting your ends in. And then, of course, we have the beater comb. So your little Clover Mini Loom does come with, of course, Japanese instructions for a very adorable scarf. But as with most things, they have lovely diagrams. And most of the time, just from their diagrams, you can kind of get a sense for how to do things like this one showing you how to connect two squares together and not have to sew them together at the end, which I think is super nice. But it also shows you how to get started. So we went ahead and we already clipped on our pieces, and it does have a little guide here, which I kind of screwed up last time, that says that these are supposed to be on one side, and this is supposed to be on the other side. And we take our worsted weight yarn. Hang on while I find it. There's one of them. Where's my other one? Well, I've got this one right now. We'll use this one for now. So I just have a plain yellow, boring worsted weight yarn. And it does say to go ahead and tie on in the bottom hole. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right down here. See if I can shove it through. And then just to make a little slip knot. So I've got a slip knot and a loop. Just like it shows here in the photo. Slip knot and a loop, just like in the photo. And now what we're going to do is go ahead and warp. So this one, it has you like bring it up under, which is fine. I didn't really have any issues doing it either way. And you're just going to warp back and forth and go in every other tooth, essentially. So again, it's pretty much like having a pin loom, just instead of having four sides and locking them down, you just have the two sides and you weave like you would for tapestry, essentially, because you're actually going to use that pickup stick to open your shed. So just like this. Very simple. Very simple. All right, and of course you could make your squares smaller, but I'm just going to go ahead, I'm going to use the whole, yeah, I guess that's it. I'm going to use the entire loom, and the other part of this is I need to cut this, so boop. All right, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to bring it under. I'm going to go ahead and thread this through so that I can see the darn thing. There we go. And the reason that they have you do this is basically just to keep these ends like out of the way. And yes, I'm being a little bit awkward while I'm doing this, but there. Hopefully that'll work. So there we go. We are all warped up. That was pretty simple. It's really not very hard. Again, it's very similar to what you would do with a peg loom. Just gonna pull that under again. There we go. Keep it a little bit tighter. All right, and then this is your pickup stick or your shed stick, if you want to think of it that way. And then we are going to go over, under, and under, over. And the key is that we have to make sure that we, when we are putting in the yarn on our shuttle, that we don't go in the same shed every time, because if we do that, then we have issues. So I've gone ahead and I've just woven my shed stick through. I'm going to park it up there, and then hang on while I find, where did my other worsted weight yarn ball go? Come here, yarn. I had you out. Maybe the cat played with it. I don't know. Marshmallow, did you steal my yarn? I wouldn't put it past you. Well, I wanted to show you with a contrasting yarn. I didn't want to use the same one. Oh, let me see. I had it all sitting out here, ready to go. All right, one moment. Let me dig. Always got more yarn. All right, yarn located. Not the one that I intended, but that's okay. Okay. So the next part of this is we are going to load up our little shuttle. So here's our little shuttle. And I just tend to hold my tail kind of down here in the center. You go up over the top. We're going to come under and then over and back down. Under and over and back down. And we're going to make this figure 8 shape on the side of our shuttle. And in doing so, we're going to build up enough yarn that hopefully we can make our whole square. Flip it over without too many ends to worry about. And again, just back and forth like this. All right, almost full. And this is just like filling up a tapestry shuttle or the shuttles that I use on my rigid heddle loom. So applies in both places. All right, that's pretty full. Now I could fill this up more, but for the purposes of our demonstration, and because the cat is now playing with a ball of yarn that is rolling around on the floor, we're just going to go with this much. All right, so we have our shed. So we're just going to use our little stick and open that up. We have our shuttle. So we're just going to stick our shuttle through. And we do want to leave a tail. So, and they even say to leave about a 5 centimeter tail. This is where the comb comes in. So we're going to use our little comb and beat it down. And now the key is we have to remember that when we did this the last time, that we went under this one. So now we have to go over. So every second, what do I want to say? Warp thread. Just like this. Whoop. There we go. We want to go over. We're going to open this back up. And we know that we're going in the right shed because if you look down here, this is why I wanted 2 colors. You can see that the yarn on the last pass is over this thread and under this one in the back. So that means that when we put our shuttle through, that it's going to catch. So it's going to loop around this outside warp thread, and it's not going to go, you know, be pulled all the way out. So here we go. Go ahead and pull my little stick out. And you'll notice I did it on a little bit of an angle. This is a throwback to my rigid heddle loom downstairs, where, oh, you know what? I should tuck my tail in. Hang on. This is also a really good thing to do. So take your tail, tuck your tail in. Do that. There we go. Anyway, angle it just a little bit so that as you are beating it in, it fits appropriately. And we don't want to beat really tight, because if you beat really tight, then you are going to get a warp-faced fabric, I think is what they call it, where all you see is the warp and you don't see any of the weft. And that's not really what we want. I want a little bit of this yellow coming through. All right, so now we're going to go the opposite again. So we have to pick this one up, bring this one down. Every other string. And again, it's very similar to the idea of a pin loom, where you just have little pegs that you are wrapping your yarn around. You have a very small area in which you are weaving. And yeah, I want to go ahead and angle it up a little bit. Use my beater, my comb, just like this. And I'm going to have just a little bit more yarn built up in this corner just because I have that tail in, so ignore that. And this is what we'll keep doing, just back and forth, back and forth. But I really like the little Clover Mini Loom. It's super cute. Like I said, it's very similar to the idea of a pin loom. And it does work best with worsted weight yarn. It does not work very well with fingering. I know this because I was, like I said, just testing it, and fingering weight did not work very well. I don't want to beat that too tight again. I have to keep reminding myself. Another nice thing is, because it's a small warp area, if you have accidentally picked up 2 threads, it's really easy to see that you've done that and fix it. So anyway, I won't keep weaving on this. I just wanted to show you the setup for it. But this is how you use it. And it is a pretty cute little loom. Like I said, if you are interested in this guy, this happens to be the only one I have right now, but I can get an order in probably before Christmas. If you make your order really quick, I will do my best to get it out as soon as I can. This would also make a nice little treat for yourself for after the holidays. A little bit something that you can do. And it's kind of portable. I mean, it's small. It's very lightweight. Yeah, it's a really nice, easy little loom to use too. Very easy to snap apart if you need to pack it and go. You saw it basically all fits in the little plastic bag that it came in, which is super nice. But you could also slip this in a project bag. I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, it would totally fit in my Big Bunny project bag, but I have lots of project bags that it would fit in. And it's a great way to use up leftover bits of yarn and make these little squares. Like I said, it does come with a pattern, and granted it is in Japanese, but it comes with this nice little pattern that shows you like how many squares to weave and what order to weave them in. And it also gives you a guide. Hang on, let me get it open here. There we go. For how to warp and catch the loops of your previous squares so that you can kind of weave it continuously and not have to sew your squares together when you're all finished. So just going to throw that out there as well. Let's see, where am I? I think I'm right here. So does anybody have questions about the adorable little Clover Mini Loom while I am live? Of course, if you have questions, you can always leave them in the comments, and we will do our best to answer them as quickly as possible. But Tina and I, we really are just a 2-person team. So, you know, sometimes we aren't as fast as we'd like to be. And like I said, I've been I've been sick enough that whew, it's been hard to get things done. But anyway, there we go. That's the start. I will probably finish my little square. I am absolutely going to let Ina play with this. I told her I would get it all set up so that she could practice weaving, and I think she'll really enjoy this. Even though she's only 3, I'm pretty sure she can handle it. I'm very sure she can handle it. She's entertaining. Oh, and you know what? I wanted to talk about one other thing. So let's put away our Clover Mini Loom. So here it goes. Do, 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 do. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. And the beater comb, don't forget that. So Tina got in these super cute little brooches, and the idea behind them, let me see if I can get one open, there we go, is that you can make your little front piece, whether it's cross stitch or crochet or embroidery or tatting or knotted lace or whatever you want to do. And then you can either wrap it around this, or you can, if it's on a piece of fabric, then of course the fabric wraps around. But you wrap the fabric around and sew it in, and then because the fabric adds bulk around the edges, then it allows the front piece to snap into the back piece, and then you can wear this little brooch. And I thought it was a super cute idea. She ordered in a whole bunch of these in different woods. And we also got, I think we got circular and oval in, I don't know, 5 different colors, a whole bunch of different colors. So anyway, I just wanted to show you one and show you kind of how the 2 pieces come apart. And there's a little guide here in the back that's basically says, you know, gather your fabric around the back and then press it into your wood base, and then you've got a cute little brooch to wear. But I wanted to show that to you because I wasn't sure that everyone had seen these cute little make your own brooches on our website. We are actually going to do a series and put some little kits together for embroidery, and I'm going to try to do some tatting and some Mediterranean knotted lace. Tina's going to do some crochet and maybe some embroidery kits that we can put together for everybody to, you know, play with these adorable little brooches. So just throwing that out there for you. All right. Okay, here we go again. Gotta switch the angle. And hope that I don't shut off my video at the same time. Yay, I didn't shut it off. It's always my biggest fear, and it is what happens like more often than not, is that I shut the video off. All right, so thanks for bearing with me while I've been sick, and you can hear like all up in my nose. Marshmallow is ecstatic now because I dropped that yarn ball on the floor and he is playing in it. So that yarn may not survive. Oh well, that's fine. Let's see, don't forget to do your self-care post. Make sure that you are checking out our blanket along. And even if you don't want to do like a knit or crochet blanket, we are doing, Tina's going to have an embroidery option. If you wanted to do a tatted blanket, you could totally do a tatted blanket. You know, honestly, we just want you to have fun with it. The Pearly Shell gals are really into doing like a temperature blanket. I don't even know if I'm going to do a temperature blanket. I might just try to get, you know, like a square done every week. We're going to have patterns up and available. I'm working on like a little worksheet for yourself that you can fill out information and like track what you're doing. If you want, you don't have to use it at all. Trying to think what else is going on. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff going on. We are going to get up a 12 days of Christmas deals kind of thing leading up to Christmas. So I think starting the 13th and ending on the 24th. So there'll be a different deal every day. And if you want, I'm going to do a special shipping code too that I will post on the website that will let us hold all of your items until the very end. So you'll have to pay shipping once, and then if you go over, you know, the free shipping limit, we'll refund that at the end. But anyway, I'm working on all of that too while I'm sick, and I'm like hugging my coffee mug. I had tea in this first, and the tea just wasn't doing enough to wake me up, so coffee it was. Anyway, yeah, if there's something else that you want me to demonstrate, don't forget, you can always contact either Tina or I and ask for something specific. Next week, I am going to have Ina on. We're going to be doing an early video at 2:30 before her nap. And we are going to be stitching one of the super cute ornaments from Kariki Press. I think I've shown you guys. I actually hung the ornaments on my tree. So I've stitched both of these live, but Ina and I are going to stitch a different one together because I want you to see how easy it is to do these, and that like it's a craft that even a 3-year-old could do. And she's never stitched with me before, so it should be really entertaining. So absolutely tune in next week or watch the video after we do it because it should be super funny. And then next week as well, we'll be back to spinning. The week following that, we're going to be doing some tatting, and I may be doing something out of the Sumi book. I may take requests. If there's something tatting that you want me to demonstrate, please let me know, because I am more than willing to demonstrate something that you want to see. I can do just about anything when it comes to tatting, and I enjoy tatting, but I like to have goals and purposes. So it's helpful if there's something that you want to see. Or we could crack out some of the new thread. I like doing that too. Anyway, so let's see. Next week, oh yeah, the week following. So we'll be doing tatting, and then we will be back to sewing as well after that. So all kinds of fun stuff coming up. I always try to put those events up on Facebook if you want to know what's coming up and you can't remember from the video. You can always check our events on our Facebook page, because I do try to get the events up. Sometimes it's that day, but usually I try to get them up at least a week or two ahead of time so that you have some idea of what's coming up in the future. So anyway, I desperately need to go blow my nose. So Patty wants wire tatting. We can do wire tatting. We can do wire tatting. 2 weeks. So I guess a week from Monday we'll do wire tatting, and I'll put it on the events so that everybody knows. Anyway, so yeah, I look forward to seeing all of you next week and the week after. So invite your friends, remind them that, if they miss my live videos, they can always catch it on YouTube. Like I said, Tina has a super fun little embroidered advent going on. We've kind of been talking about like ways that we could do advents for the tatters and the Mediterranean knotted lacers and the knitters and the crocheters for next year. Clearly we are not going to get it done for this year because we're already in December, but it's something that Tina has always wanted to do, and looking forward, it's something that we really want to focus on for next year. So tell your friends if they have ideas or they have things that they've loved or they want to see, that we are talking about making like fun little either quarterly subscription kits or advent kits, things like that, so that not just the knitters, because I love you knitters, don't get me wrong, I love knitting, but not just the knitters get to have a little fun, or the embroiderers, because I'm actually I'm in a couple of different embroidery clubs, I'm not gonna lie, because I'm a multi-crafter. I like doing all kinds of stuff. But anyway, we want to include more of our lace making and crafty friends. So anyway, all right, until next time, do please take care of yourself. Just tipped my camera, there we go. Mentally, physically, emotionally, and craftually. Do that 10 or 15 minutes of crafting every single day, because I really think it helps, it helps me to feel like I'm on a more even keel, especially with Ina sucking up so much of my time. I swear I have picked up the same toys 10 times today, even with her helping. Yes, because I'm the kind of mom that makes her help. So anyway, until next Monday, please take care of yourselves. And if you have ideas or you have found something fun that you think we should carry, remember you can always send us a message. My email is Kelli with an I, Kelli, @ Black Sheep, ATORENCO.com. You can get Tina through Tina @ Black Sheep, ATORENCO.com. So you can reach both of us there. You can also always leave a comment or send us a message through Facebook or Instagram, and we will do our best to reply. We love finding new stuff and helping you guys to, enable your craftiness. So, all right. I will see you all on Monday. Remember, it's going to be a little bit early at 2:30, so that my time, 2:30 my time. So that's 12:30 Pacific or 3:30 Eastern, because we're going to have Ina on and we're going to stitch an ornament. It should be really, really entertaining. I'm just saying. All right. Bye, guys.